Ladies and gentlemen, it is once again breakout time. But this time the Rise protocol has been initiated. And now some of the most fierce, hungry, and well-known fighters from across the boxing verse assembled to come into our biggest event yet, Breakout 03 Rise Up. Now today we have a special digital face-to-face of the feature fight on the card, and quite frankly, one of the most exciting fights on this card because it is the first UK versus US small creator card in the whole small creator scene. This is Pat Typloosion versus Chapel.
Let's go, baby!
Fellas, how are we?
Ah! I'm a Bronchiosaurus! Let's go! America! I'll let Chapel speak now. Sorry.
Hi.
You didn't really see much for the ending.
It was so eccentric. Like, what else can I can't follow that up, so hi.
Right. So I actually want to start off here with Mr. Sir Chapel. All right. Now, I might be wrong here, but I do remember there being a little bit of history between the both of you, and maybe a certain Boston trip. Would you like to refresh everyone on that sort of trip that you went on?
Well, let me set the scene for you, Waffle. It starts even before I arrived in Boston.
All right.
I arrived in New York, and there was a little promotion called Triller Fight Club saying, "Hey, right, you think you can fight? Submit, right? There's going to be an event." I said, "Yes." Okay, I see this guy, Patrick Typloosion, submit a video. I submit a video. They get back to us, and then there was no event. But I said to Mr. Patrick, hey, listen, I'm going to be in Boston, right, in the next few days, right? I'm only going to be there for a short while, right? I'm going to contact the UFC gym in Boston, right? We can get a spar set up, right? He says, yes, let's do it. I'm like, brilliant, let's do this, right? So I arrive in Boston. I get off the bus. I message Patrick, I'm on my way to the UFC gym now, right? Get there, meet the people there. I was like, amazing. And we're all right to use the space. We can use these gloves. And they're like, yeah, absolutely. I'm getting there. I wait. Nothing. There was nothing. No sign of Patrick Typloosion. And so I leave, right? I've left Boston. I'm on my way to New Hampshire. I'm in New Hampshire. And I get the message, oh, sorry, man. I was busy. I said, fair enough, right? I held my hands up. I said, you know what, right? I'm not going to blame him. You know, people have different priorities. It's okay, right? I then get on, an Instagram live stream whilst in New Hampshire. I don't know if you guys remember this live stream. There was like a music video being filmed right in front of me for some reason. But it was myself, Patrick, Waffle, and Trey Ingram all in a live stream on Instagram. I've gone out of focus there. And I said, would you be interested in sparring when I come back to Boston? He said, absolutely. I said, yes, get in there. I go back to Boston. Oh no, I've seen this movie before. He's nowhere to be seen. He's nowhere to be seen. And then I leave. I leave Boston, summer 2022, without a spar from Pat. I was really upset.
Now,
Let's take it back to 2022. I'm in camp to prepare for Trey Ingram. Once again, Triller Fight Club puts out a video saying, do you want to be a fighter? Of course I want to be a fighter. But there's also another individual that wants to be a fighter. His name is Chapel. He's in my DMs, talking trash, calling me a moron, calling me cringe. I'm like, hey, man, what did I do to you, man? You're all the way in the UK. I'm all the way over here in fucking Massachusetts. What's going on? So he flies over to Boston. I don't see this message. I forget about the UFC gym. And now, right now, I'm feeling like a massive dick because I don't want to let anyone feel like they are left out. Chapel was my bro at the time. I either came back from the Trey Ingram fight or I was preparing for the Waffle Taco Gamer fight. And to be honest with you, in December of 2022, that was right after the Dennis Bell and Trey thing, Pat Typloosion was at his lowest state ever, and I was also running small creator boxing. But also, I want to mention something. Chapel was saying he showed up to my front door
I
Now,
never said
showing up to
that.
Boston, that's 45 minutes away. But let it be known, if anybody's showing up to Pat Typhloosion's door, me and Pat Typhloosion and Casey McGough are giving him the double metal bat special. But I do feel bad that I was not able to make our spar multiple times, which is why now I am going to make it up by fist fighting him in the ring so he could punch me in the face full throttle, and I will punch him in the face full throttle. America versus the UK. America, baby! Fuck yeah!
Do you guys also think it's very, very, very poetic how you guys have been talking about sparring in Boston, fighting in Boston, and now you guys are going to be in Boston fighting each other?
It's about time. It's about time.
It's
There's too much
crazy.
talk. There's too much talk in the small creator scene about US versus UK, right? It was bound to happen. And 2024 is the year that it's happening on Breakout, the best promotion of them all. Congratulations to all of
That's
you guys, by the
fucking
way.
right,
The
baby!
best promotion in the small creator scene. We're getting it on in Boston. It's poetic. Absolutely.
Appreciate that. Now, I want to ask this question because, this is probably one that you expected to come up. Chapel, you are coming from the UK. You are flying 8 hours, I believe you said, to Boston to fight Pat. Now, you do realize that in some sort of respect, you're going to be representing the UK side of the small creator scene. Does that put a little bit of pressure on you, or do you think that's not going to get to you at all, and you're going to be like, all right, I'm going to be fine? Like,
Waffle, you're telling half the story. You forget the man opposite me in the ring is representing the entire United States of America as well, in
I was going to
front
get to
of
that.
his
Right.
friends and family, right? I'm coming off of a loss, right? I'm coming off of a loss, right? I'm the underdog in this fight. I've got no pressure whatsoever, right? If I lose, it's okay, right? I go out, I drink, I'm in America, I'm living it large, right? Who cares? This guy's got the whole United States on his back, and he's going to be in front of them. If he loses, he's got to face the repercussions straight away. He's got more pressure than me.
Well, Chapel's saying that he's got more pressure, that you got more pressure than he does in this situation. How do you feel about representing the U.S. in the first small creator fight? The UK
When I
versus
cause the
US.
pressure, when pressure is called into question, you know that Pat Typhlosion is there on 100 mile a minute. You already know. Pat Typhlosion, pressure, it's almost like it's in the same sentence all the time. America, AC 130s, Taco Bell, American highways, don't forget the Alamo. Everything that is here in the United States, I am here to represent. But let it be known, Chapel is a lone wolf. His own community in some points and times has put him as a black sheep as compared to the rest of them. So he is here to prove himself by flying 6 hours to Massachusetts to fight me. And I do believe that out of anybody in the United Kingdom, he will provide the best challenge. And here's why. He's been to the States before. He's been to Boston. He's taller than me. He has longer reach than me. For a physical advantage, he definitely 100% has it. We see the guns. But in America, we sell guns! These guns are here. They're ready to rock and roll. And I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be pocking AC 130, almost like an AR-15. Boom, 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 boom. Launched in the right like it's a fucking cannon. I may be a bronchiosaurus right now, but I will be prepared for those guns. Pocket knife-like arms compared to mine, as you can see. I'm super shredded right now. I'm super shredded. I'm ready to fucking go. Potent Frog returning from Breakout 002. Let's go, baby. I do think there is some pressure on me though. Like let's be for real. You know what I mean? Chapel, he did lose his last fight. You know what I mean? But I don't care that he lost his last fight. Because you want to know what? That was a year ago. And a lot can change in a year. And also, again, he's taller than me. So everybody knows that the Pepper Poppy was like a giant fucking mountain compared to me. He's 6 foot. He's not going to be a mountain compared to me, but he's going to be significantly taller. So I'm definitely ready for that. I'm ready for this pressure. What I do is win. All I do is win no matter what. Whoever the fuck says that. And, Pat Typhlosion, we're coming for the win.
Yeah, man. I will ask real quick because you did mention Chapel's last fight. Chapel, obviously you've had a fight before. You fought Callum Kelly on the first SUB 01 card. How how do you really reflect on that situation, and how is your training camp looking this time around for, the fight with Pat?
Yeah, I mean, last time round, what camp? I didn't train. Genuinely, right? I've got the excuse for last time. I did not train, right? The proof's in the pudding. I was unfit walking into that ring, right? I was tired before I got in the ring. I warmed up 5 times, right? Everything that went wrong for me in that fight went wrong for me in that fight, right? Realistically, you look back at the fight, you see Callum Kelly threw up before the 8 count was called, right? If I'd have just got up, I would have been waved the winner, right? Which is a harsh reality, right? That I have to swallow, right? I was all I had to do was stand up. I would have been declared the winner, right? Unfortunately, I didn't stand up, right? I didn't know what was going on. I lost the fight. I dealt with it, right? I went to Vegas the next month, right? I lived at large out there. I went to the Mayweather gym. Actually, I had a little spar there, right? I've got a little bit of footage, right, from the Mayweather gym. I didn't look awful. And it was at that point I thought, you know what? Yeah, I want to fight again. SCB2 came around. I wasn't in the best of relationships with them. But now I'm training with some top amateurs in the UK, training nearly 6 times a week. My running is unreal. I'm running round Battersea Park more times than I ever thought I could. Yeah, I'm feeling fit. I'm feeling ready. I've got loads of, this is the difference as well. I've got footage of Pat, right? He only has one fight with me. That's all he's got right now, right? So I've got a lot more to work with study-wise, right? He had a fight recently with Juan. He fought Pepper Papi, which is the fight that I need to study the most because obviously you've got the reach difference there. There was the spar of like the light spar between him and Lesra Gomez. There's the height difference there that I can understand how he tries to move around that. There was sparring footage of him and Ran or someone that was on Twitter that I can use as well to my advantage. But at the end of the day, listen, I'm feeling confident. I definitely think I'm harder than most of the people he's faced. You know, Pepper Papi weighed in 25 pounds more than him, taller than him. It was a given Pepper Papi was going to win that fight. He was set to fight DZO. He fought Shogun. He fought Juan. All those guys, bums, really. You know, I love Shogun. You know, he's part of Blaze, but they aren't as good as me, right? And that's just the fact. And the proof is going to be in the pudding come February 24th. Simple as. You're a bosh.
All right, good to hear. Patrick, now I'm going to mirror the question over to you. Your training camp, how it's different from your last fight. Tell me.
Well, actually, it's similar to Chapel. What training camp? I didn't have a training camp for the Juan fight, and I beat his ass in 4 rounds. Imagine the guy that you fought trained his fucking ass off, but you come in on no training, and he can't even get an appeal where he wins by draw. It's crazy. But Chapel is 100% right. He definitely is my biggest challenge yet. He's coming from the UK. He's strong, training 6 times a week. He's coming off redemption, and I know what that feels like. But I gotta tell you right now, I am ready for absolutely everything. We know that Chapel is not only coming to box, but is also coming to participate in extracurricular activities. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, sex. Often Chapel will fly to the United States to get some punani. And he has told me this in the past because he doesn't get girls over in the UK. Are the women just better in America? I have no idea. But I will say this. I am matching the energy. I know exactly if Chapel is training fucking hard. I'm training twice a day. The past few days have been very rough for me. But as you know, I push through anything. Even if I am a bronchiosaurus right now, it does not mean I will be a shredded little piece of meat when I fight Chapel on February 24th. This is going to be a slobber knocker, okay? You're going to see Typloosion slipping under the jab and landing the overhand right on Chapel's beautiful fucking face. This man looks like Conan O'Brien without all the hair gel. I'm telling you right now, I'm coming for his head. But I don't really have any issues with him, to be honest with you. Like with Juan, I don't like that guy. With Chapel, he wants to punch me in the face. I want to punch him in the face. We're going to punch each other in the face. Yeah. Pat Typloosion, America.
Yeah. So anyways, the next question I want to ask here.
I'm sorry. I'm making this a mess. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm all over the place today.
It's fine. It's fine. We get it. Bronchiosaurus energy, everything. Like, we get it. We get it. So anyways, you know what? I'll ask this question. It's been a long time since Chapel has last fought, and you stayed very active last year, Patrick. Well, first of all, do you believe that's gonna, attribute to how you fight Chapel? And also, what did you think of his fight against Callum Kelly?
Well, first of all, I've said from the jump, I'm not expecting this Callum Kelly, Anthony Chapel to pull up and just get his shit kicked. If I'm gonna pay all this money to fly over to the States, I know that I'm gonna be 100% confident that I'm going to beat the other guy. So I'm not taking this dude like he's like a bum. Like people are calling him a bum. I'm like, no, you guys don't understand. I'm like, it's been a year. He's been in the gym. There's definitely advantages that he has over me. So it's like we gotta be ready. I'm training like this is the fucking world champion of the world. Okay? This is going to be an absolutely incredible fight. I don't take Chapel. I doubt him for a second. You want to know why? Because I doubted Juan. And to be honest with you, I was right because he sucks. But in all regard, Chapel, I don't think he's gonna be throwing these lazy shits. I think he's gonna be able to put his power behind the right. But the question is, can't Pat Typloosion take a hit? We know that Pat Typloosion can take a hit. But one thing in this fight I'm definitely looking to do is take significantly less damage than I have in other fights simply by enacting on my defensive plan. I'm definitely focusing a lot more on the defense this camp. I know that Chapel is coming and he's going to bring it. And I'm not scared for a second. I love this type of thing. I love a challenge. If Chapel was a bum and he was fighting me right off SEB 001 and he was talking all this trash off this camp, I probably wouldn't have fight him. The reason I want to fight him is because he's from the UK. He's familiar over in the States. So at least that he could be comfortable and not be like, holy shit, I'm not in the UK right now. So he's not going to be flipping the fuck out. He's going to have his punani on ringside, you already know, because after the fight, he can get some good cooch. And everybody knows Pat Typloosion will go home and not get laid. Because everybody knows that Pat Typloosion only fucks gay chicks, apparently. So...
So, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect you to say that. Anyways,
sometimes if you're playing chess and you have nobody to play against, you got to play yourself.
Okay. Chapel,
Yes. Yeah.
now I'm gonna ask you this question. You saw Pat's last fight with Juan the Word. What did you think of? I'm sorry. What did you think of that fight? Obviously, Pat was bleeding from the nose, like it was flowing like a nice river. Like what did you think of his fight with Juan?
Yeah, I mean, like for someone that didn't train, it's hard to perform against someone who is just hugging and clinching the whole time. Um, Fair play to Juan, landed a good few shots. Pat also landed a good few shots. I just think he's going to have to do something different to beat me because obviously there's the height difference there. What he did against Juan's not going to work against me. If he comes in, blazing that overhand right, all I've got to do is step back and he's way out of range. And I can easily get into my range. It's how does he get into his range? And when he's fighting Juan, they're built so similarly. It's if Juan's in range, that means he's in range. If you're in range, Juan's in range, and you know what you need to do. Whereas with me, you don't know if I'm in range to land, but you'll know if you are, and I'll know if you are, because if you're able to land on me, I know that I can land on you. But if I can land on you, you don't know if you can land on me, right? That's the range talk here, right? But yeah, I think he's going to need to tighten up his guard, be a little bit more technical. Those big swinging, looping overhands, they're not going to work. Maybe lift your head, look where you're punching next time, because your head's stuck in your chest a little bit too much, or looking at the floor a lot. So yeah, overall it was a nice fight. Yeah.
All right. Well, good to hear. Now, unfortunately, very soon we're gonna have to wrap this up, because we are getting to the 20-minute time limit. But I will ask before we go. I have a couple more questions. Chapel, this is your big return to the small creator scene. We haven't seen you in over a year, so obviously you've got to take in a back seat and see all the people in the scene, see what everyone's doing. If you win against Pat, who's next?
Yeah, you asked me that after the fight, man. I won't answer that now. You asked me after.
You're not answering now? You're
Nah. Nah, there is no one after. Right now, there's no one. Right now, it's just Pat. That's all I got. That's all I got to worry about.
All right. Well, I mean, fair question. A very good answer. I'll say that. Um, now, Patrick, are you on that same energy?
Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Typhlosion always brings you a slobber knocker when it comes to not only in the bedroom, but also in the ring. Okay? This is going to be a fantastic fucking fight. I am absolutely 100% ready for this. And we all know why Chapel is here right now. Okay? We know that Trey Ingram backed out of our agreement, so we know that that is something in the future. But I want to say something in particular because I know the small creator scene is where I'm in the lifeblood. It's where's my home, okay? It's where my company is. It's where Chapel is. It's where all this is, okay? But Pat Typhlosion is looking to shoot to the stars this year. And what do I mean? Most Wanted got on Misfits Boxing, okay? I believe that if I'm not the next one, I'm the one right after that. I think I'm ready for Misfits Boxing. I think I'm ready to take on the next step in my challenge. I think I'm ready to show everybody who I am. And I think this Chapel fight is the first step into my long journey, or maybe short journey, to Misfits Boxing. I know that these people can see me. I know that they know who Pat Typhlosion is. I know I'm unique. I know I bring some sort of X Factor element that a lot of people don't. And I think that I'm ready to fucking go. When it comes to the actual fight, I'm ready for Chapel, and I want to focus on him 100%. Because like he said, I have a lot to work on, but also he has a lot to work on. And I also want to say one thing. I always got my eyes on the money. Even if it seems like my head is right down here, my eyes are pointed right up there, so I can see exactly what I'm doing. But I will say this. Pepper Poppy had the strength of a 315-pound man because he was a bodybuilder. I think the thing I have to worry about the most is the jab. I have to worry about his length. I have to worry about his reach. But I also have to worry about that power. But I know I can deal with it because I'm Pat Typhlosion, baby. America! Fuck yeah!
All right. Well, that I would say good answer. Now, one last question before we leave here. Chapel, what is your prediction for what's gonna go down on February 24th?
Yeah, I mean, it's a short fight. What is it? 3 rounds, I think. It's a
No,
short
Chapel,
fight.
remember, our new agreement is 50 rounds.
50 rounds.
50 fucking
Yeah.
rounds. Are you ready? I'm ready.
Let's do it, man. I'm so down.
50 rounds.
No, I'm pretty sure we didn't renegotiate that just yet. But as of right now, I believe it's still 3 rounds. So listen, it's a short fight. It'll be hard to, finish it, within the 3 rounds. He's a tough guy. I think I'm aiming to outwork him. First round, second round. Maybe he'll understand how I fight after that. Maybe he'll pick up the third round. But I'm optimistic I'll win all three. Like, let's be real. I'm gonna win all three. So yeah, I think I'm gonna beat him on points. Like realistically, if I rock him, then I'm gonna obviously go for the jugular, go for the takedown. Get him out. But yeah. I reckon it's gonna go to decision, but I'm gonna go for the knockout if I can, if the opportunity arises.
All right. And Pat Typhlosion, what's your prediction?
I agree with Chapel. I don't think he's going to be a weak bitch. So I think he's going to go through all the 3 rounds. And to be honest with you, just based off how I go, I mean, I see me winning round 1, me doing something stupid in round 2, and then me winning round 3. So regardless, even if I stop the fight, I don't think I'll stop it. I'm not 100% sure because it is a 3-round fight. But I'm ready to blitz the whole time, and I'm sure he's ready to blitz the whole time. So I really think it's going to be a cardio game. It's going to be who can utilize the jab better and who's got a better chin. And I think I definitely have the chin comparison to Chapel. But I think he can't take a punch. I could be wrong, but if all goes to shit, I plan to shoot a double leg takedown and get myself disqualified.
Bro, if you go for the double leg takedown, I'm getting you with the guillotine, all right? Don't worry, I'm working on my grappling.
No,
okay?
then I'll shoot for the triangle.
You're going to go for the triangle? Oh, it doesn't matter, right? If you've got the triangle, mate, I'll bite your ear off.
Don't you dare Tyson me, bro. I'm not a Tyson chicken nugget, bro. Don't you dare fucking talk to me like that.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rise Protocol has been... Oh, wait. Well, first of all, any final words, any final remarks?
I love you, Pat.
Have a safe trip over, Chapel. And after the fight, I will sure to get you your 5%.
My 5% are in there. Come on, Bosh. Wait, can I get wait, Waffle? Can you give me a Bosh?
Bosh!
Pat, you interrupted him. Do it again. Sorry, Waffle.
Bosh!
Yes, Pat, and you.
Habosh!
Bosh!
Habosh! America!
Alright, as I was trying to say earlier, the Rise Protocol has been initiated. Pat Typloosion versus Chapel, the first US versus UK small creator fight. I'm very excited for this one. This was a fun face-to-face and also a weird one, but that's what you're going to see on February 24th. Have a good one, everyone. Subscribe to Breakout, and we'll see you guys at the fights.